All right, Chris, thanks for making it in from the suburbs today to talk about some hot stuff.
Thank you for having me. This is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. The SABRE studio here. Really excited to learn more about your company. For those of us that aren't as familiar with it as others, kind of give us the background on how this got started.
It's kind of been a long journey, to be honest with you. I started kind of working on sauces since I was probably about 8 years old. It really sort of took off in about 2009. We were growing peppers on our deck, and I just grabbed a bunch of ingredients in my kitchen and made a sauce, and my wife was like, this is pretty awesome. Like, you should really consider bottling this. And so we started having these parties, inviting people over to legitimately see what they thought, and everyone thought it was amazing. Because at the time, nobody had made an artisanal, fresh pepper version of this product using farm fresh ingredients from farmers market.
Yeah.
And so we just started experimenting, and a couple years later, we launched our business in 2011, and have not looked back. I was like a mad scientist.
So what makes your product different from the other hot sauces on the market?
I think the main thing is you can really taste like the fresh quality. They taste like you made them in your kitchen, grew the peppers in your backyard, and we purposely manufacture them in a way where they're handcrafted. They taste that way. No matter how big we get, they're always going to taste like a farm fresh pepper sauce.
So tell us about your most unique flavor.
That one's hard for me. I do, like right now, last week, I think I worked on a peanut butter and jelly hot sauce. I have a French onion hot sauce. And so I never know how unique they are until I get to the market, because to me, they're not that unique. I make so many. So I don't know which one. You would almost have to tell me what you thought was the most unique thing.
Wow.
So there's quite a few breweries or farmers or restaurants that will reach out to me and say, we really want to do a collaboration. What do you think? And then, a few weeks later, we have a collaboration sauce going with one of their ingredients added to a sauce that I've made.
I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, you're inventing product, you're running a company, and you're out selling this stuff too. You just came from a trade show over the Do you sleep?
Not enough. Apparently.
Maybe hot sauce doesn't allow you to sleep. Does it give you energy?
I get a lot of help. My wife is my partner. She does a lot of the logistical business part of it.
Okay.
I always tell people, without my wife, this would just be a hobby in my garage. The part that makes it an actual business, the part that, like the website, the accounting, the actual business part of it is on my wife. I just do the fun parts.
Outstanding. All right, so what would you rather have happen to you, or would you rather not have happen to you? Be sprayed with the hottest pepper spray, or have to consume the hottest hot sauce?
I don't know. I mean, I've never actually sprayed myself with a SABRE spray.
Yeah.
I would definitely rather consume it.
You'd rather consume it, yeah. I mean, it really is such a fascinating business that you have put together here, and learning about the entrepreneurship and the creativity and the inventor stuff that you guys have done. It really is fascinating. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much.
We're really grateful to have you here today.
Well, how about you? So when did you start your business, or how long, how did you become involved in, I guess, safety is the way, it seems like that's what your company is more about.
Yeah, so I'm just G2. I'm the second generation. So the heavy lifting was done by my parents. My father was in the military. He came across a company that was making tear gas back then. Pepper spray didn't exist. Crime was really bad back in the 70s across the country. And he said, there's an opportunity here. He's like, I really think somebody can take this, not only selling it to law enforcement, but open up the consumer market, give him that protection at a distance. And then as he jumped further into it, he's like, these products could be a lot better than they are. And he bought an aerosol line in a factory that cost more than our house, and my mother was like, what are you doing? And here we are now, 50 years later in 91 countries, and
wow.
80% of the peg hooks and personal safety at mass merchant retailers are ours, and things are great. Things are good. It's just there's a lot of need for personal safety and empowering others and giving them the confidence to do the things they love, so all from peppers. Right?
That's incredible. So my question, I guess, comes to, did you always knew you were going to be part of the business, or was it slow turning? Did your father sort of court you into it, or did you were you inspired?
Well, I mean, as kids, we were putting labels on things in our homes, or in our home, right? Literally, we were shipping out of our home when I was born.
I know that.
I was born, right? I always knew I would come to SABRE. I thought I'd stay in Chicago. I went to college here, and at 30, I would go back to St. Louis, get into the business, get married, and yada, yada, yada. It was the exact opposite. I was going into finance. It's what I studied, and I went to a trade show. I did the shooting, hunting, outdoor trade show with my dad, my senior year of college in January. And I thought, there's something really special here. And I was like, I'm not going into finance. Like, I am doing this. I'm doing it now. And that was it.
So what makes your pepper spray different than other pepper sprays that you see on the market? Like, I see there's a bunch you could choose from.
Right.
My daughter, one day will go to college. I want to make sure she has a pepper spray. What would make me want to choose like SABRE over maybe some other company?
Yeah, Chris, I think it's the mentality. It's the mindset that you have. We share. Yours is all about it's got to taste good. right? It's got to taste good. Regardless of heat is where you started, right?
Yep.
Ours is not. It's got to taste good. Ours is, it's got to stop the bad guy, right?
Yep.
We bottle every single can with the thought that someone's life could be on the line when they go to hit that product. They hit that button. Like, that's all of our workers' mindsets are focused on that exactly. So that's the high performance liquid chromatography lab that we have. We're the #1 brand used by police, and every can that goes out the door has been tested in our high performance liquid chromatography lab, which is why we're the only ASTM internationally certified pepper spray, EPA Health Canada establishment. The list goes on and on. But it's about taking care of that consumer and understanding, like, it's a tough business to really be in and do well.
Have you ever actually been pepper sprayed? Have you? And if so, what does that actually feel? I mean, I know my experience, but I can't imagine it being the same thing as actually being shot with like one that's made to be super, super, super hot.
Yeah, so I have been. So the first few seconds, your eyes close. Like, they close involuntarily. If you get that pepper in your eyes are gonna shut. I mean, you take away that sense and things, your brain's starting to work a little bit differently. Like, what happened? And then it's like, wow, the pain.
If I'm in a situation where I have to bust out the pepper spray, do I have to worry about the sort of background? Do I need to turn my head away as I'm spraying it, or is it one of those things you spray it real quick and just run?
The spray that we make is a direct stream, wet stream spray as well, so that's going to significantly reduce any sort of blowback, but it's not, we're not putting out a cloud. And the reason we put out the more jet stream type is that's going to affect your eyes more, and we recommend ear to ear across the eyes. Use your thumb, better grip. You have to, you can punch, but it's just going to make you more accurate than when you're doing this, right?
Yep.
So it's your thumb.
Do you recommend training with your product? Do you recommend actually going out and testing it before you ever find yourself in a situation, or do you recommend just hope for the best and hope you never actually need to use it? You just
No, I think it's a really good idea for you to be very familiar with that product when you're in that scenario. We make practice sprays that give you the understanding of how to grip it, deploy it, engage the safety, how far it sprays, how much it'll spray. So yeah, I recommend it. If you're going to go out and buy this type of product to safeguard yourself in the future, best thing to do is to know how to use it so you're ready to use in that scenario. And if you manipulated those safety sprays, those practice sprays, you're going to put yourself with that, you'll have that muscle memory and that know-how. You're in a much better situation, because that's pretty intense when those
I would think the situation comes up and you're not exactly like in a controlled environment. You're all of a sudden it's coming up out of nowhere, and you probably want to be pretty familiar with what that thing is going to do and how it's going to work.
Yeah, you got to keep that distance when you're out and about by yourself. You know, at night we recommend 12 feet or beyond. You got to take multiple steps to get to you. You have this thing in hand, you're ready to go. You've already thought through this. So you're best in a scenario where you're going to allow yourself the opportunity for it to work and you to escape to safety.
Now, again, obviously this is a less worst case scenario, but if you do need to use it, how close do you want to be to the person you're spraying?
So even our sprays that have the shortest distance are going to reach out to 12 to 14 feet. But we recommend, I mean, people move around, right? They're not going to stay there like a target on a wall.
Yep.
So realistically, I mean, even though they'll go 12, 14 feet, most of these are going to be in this distance here, maybe a little bit further. And especially if you have multiple moving targets. So you can be very precise at 10 feet, no problem, 10 to 12 feet.
Gotcha. Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it's really cool. I can't tell you how honored I am to be part of this collaboration. I think it's super fun. I've like I said, in the back of my mind, I've always thought it'd be really cool to have a delicious tasting pepper spray kind of thing. And the fact that you guys reached out was like synergy or something.
100%.
Realizing what my mind was thinking already. And so, again, thank you so much. This is awesome.
2 Midwest companies here in Chicago that manufacture their own products in the U.S. Pretty cool family businesses. I mean, in the kind of the same space. Pepper's doing different things, doing amazing things with them for different reasons. But yeah, we thought it was great. We're glad you guys were interested in talking to us. So appreciate you coming in.
Anytime. Thank you so much. This has been awesome. Yeah, it seems like we have similar values. We really like to support Midwest farms. We really like to work with small local businesses, and really awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, 100%. Thanks for being here.